Hey there, and welcome to our homeschooling journey. In today's video, I do want to share with you guys 3 things that you should do after filing a private school affidavit. Before we get started, here is a quick disclaimer. Please feel free to pause and read. A little about me: I am a stay-at-home homeschooling mom to 3 kids. 2025 to 2026 will be our 4th year homeschooling our son and our 2nd year homeschooling our youngest. So far, we've homeschooled preschool, pre-K, kinder, and first grade with our son, 7th and 8th grade with our oldest, and 2 years of preschool with our youngest. So here's the main question that we're going to be addressing in this video. What do I do after filing a private school affidavit if my kid is still in public school? After you file a PSA in California, your child is legally considered enrolled in your private homeschool, but there are a few important steps to handle before and after removing them from public school. Step 1 is going to be to withdraw your child from public school ASAP. Filing a PSA does not automatically unenroll your child. You still need to contact your child's current school as well as submit a written withdrawal notice. You do not need to over-explain or ask permission. Here's an example of the letter of withdrawal that I submitted when I withdrew my oldest from public school. I am going to go ahead and comment a link below just in case you guys want to just copy and paste. Until the school processes the withdrawal, your child is going to still be marked as enrolled. So that means absences could be counted as unexcused, and that could lead to truancy. So try to withdraw your child the same day or within a couple days of filing your PSA, especially if they're not going to be returning to school. Step 2 is going to be ask for your child's records. You can request a copy of your child's records, including transcripts, report cards, and any special education records if applicable. You may need these for enrollment in a new school, homeschooling, or any other educational programs. In California, you are entitled to request these records regardless of what anyone says. Here's an example of what I submitted when I requested records for my child as well as an enrollment confirmation. I am going to go ahead and link this down below just in case you guys want to copy and paste. Step 3, keeping records. As a homeschool, you should maintain certain records like attendance reports, a list of your curriculum, immunization records or exemption, faculty like you as a teacher, as well as a copy of your PSA confirmation. You honestly don't submit these, but if someone does request them, you do need to go ahead and provide them. Once withdrawn, you can begin homeschooling right away. I do also have a few other videos you may want to check out just in case you need some extra support. I do want to give you all a quick summary before I let you go. Filing your PSA gives you legal homeschool status. Withdrawing your child is a required step if your little one is still in public school. Just make sure to do it quickly to avoid any truancy issues. Now, asking for records is optional, but it's really helpful, especially if there are any special education records. Then, you're free to homeschool and keep record of your journey. Thank you so much for watching. I do hope this video was helpful in any way or form, especially if you're coming here from filing that private school affidavit video. Go ahead and comment what you did after filing your PSA. Did you withdraw your child before or after you filed? See you next time. Bye.